Evening. Am I audible?
Yes, good evening. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Okay, hi. My name is Shreshi from Clapingo. Could you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, my name is Andras. I'm a teacher. I teach chemistry. Yeah, that is my introduction.
Um, so I think you've covered like a wide range of topics, on this platform. So do you always stick to the session material? Do you go beyond it? How have you done?
No, like I'm comfortable with any topic of this world, so I don't have to stick to the conversation materials. Like I
Yeah.
love talking about everything.
Okay, that's
So
great. That's great.
yeah, most of the time I think tutors talk with me about the topic. So yes,
Yeah.
I love to talk about it. Sometimes, few tutors love to talk in general, so I love it as well.
Okay, okay. That's nice. Okay. So, what else do you like to do apart from this conversation, speaking in English, improving?
See, I love traveling. I love, walking down in nature.
Hmm.
So yes, these are my habits. I love reading books. I mean,
Okay,
I'm not reading, but listening to audiobooks.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, I love knowing about everything in this universe because I'm keen interested in this universe. So yes, these are few
Okay,
habits.
great. Yeah. So you mentioned traveling. So what has been the best place that you've traveled to, or you would like to visit some place?
Now see, I have been to Nepal.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I loved it, and I have been to like different states of India, but
Yeah.
I loved West Bengal because I
Okay.
have been there for a month,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed a lot there. So I think yes, it was lovely place. Now, if you ask about me, where would you like to go again? I
Yeah.
don't want to go again and again to the same place because
No,
the
any
place.
place that you haven't been to.
I haven't been to. There are so many places in my mind, but it keeps changing every day, so I can't confirm you because
Yeah.
it is like every day it keeps changing.
Yeah.
It
So
keeps yes.
no, right now, if you were to you know, teleport to some place, what would it be? Which place would
I
it be?
think during during Deepavali this year, I would have a time for 6 7 days. I will have
Okay.
lives. So I have not planned yet where I'm gonna visit, but I am definitely going to visit some places because every
Okay.
year during this list I used to go, and
Okay.
this
Okay.
year
That's
also
nice.
I would go.
Yeah.
But I have not decided yet. So to be
Yeah.
honest, I don't have any particular place in my mind right now.
Got it. Okay. So today's topic is pretty interesting. It says um, argument versus conversations.
Mhm.
So, what do you mean? What is like? Both are types of communication, but what is the difference in your own word?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
See, conversation is something which is more positive. Like, we just
Yeah.
talk and we share our opinion to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
But debate is something where, you want to contradict somebody in front of you and you want to put your own opinion superior to somebody's opinion, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So, like, this is debate, and conversation is simple. Like, just you two are going in flow, like you are exchanging your view, idea,
Yeah.
anything. It may be anything, right? But debate is something where you have to show yourself you are superior to the people who are debating with you, and your opinion, your thought is really worthwhile. Yeah, na? So this is debate.
Correct. Correct. So, which one do you think has a more fruitful, outcome? And would you say it is a conversation?
Now, see, no, it depends on situations,
Yeah.
right? So I will not tell you like conversation is going to bring something fruitful in
Yeah.
uh, and debate is not going to bring. Yes, debates
Correct.
are also good at its place, but most of the time, like debate is something which is being done between two foolish people, because wise people never debate, and wise men never, uh, you know, like waste their time in debating with somebody. Just they would learn something instead of debating. Yeah, they will just, because like debate is something which can only be done on the basis of what I can say, like
Logic, facts.
logic, facts. Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes even somebody is logically correct, you have to put your logic and make him incorrect. Yeah, in debate. Like
Yeah.
look at the politicians. And
Yeah.
have you ever seen their debate on TV screens? How
Yeah.
they manipulate the fact, how they, try to put their own fact.
Yeah.
Uh, so that is kind of thing, Even I have seen like wise people never debate. Yeah, this is yeah, like philosophers never debate with some other
Hmm.
philosophers. Just they give their philosophy, they are okay with everyone, right? And I
Right.
think they are the most wisest people in this world.
Hmm. Correct.
But only politicians debate most of the time, and they are the most kind of people in this world.
Correct. Correct. That is true. Okay, so now you tell me, which kind of people are the worst to argue with? Is it a very emotional person or is it a very adamant person? So if you were to choose somebody that you would never argue with, so which one would you choose? A very emotional person or sensitive person who would, like probably cry anything that you tell them? And the other person is an adamant person who would not be able to listen to you, like will only try to put forth their point, as you said, a politician or something like that. So which one would you never engage with in an argument?
Like both are in both situations you cannot argue. Even somebody is
Hmm.
emotionally and they are trying to manipulate you with their emotion, you cannot win them. Yeah, because emotion is something, like 10 people will gather there and they will, if somebody is emotionally blackmailing you, they will go there in their side, and somehow you'd feel not good, like you are right person, but emotionally, somebody is blackmailing you, so you
Hmm.
cannot win with them. On the same way, like if you are talking about adamant person, because they don't have any kind of, like they have certain beliefs, they have certain prejudices in their mind, so they would not let you go with your opinion. Okay, so just in both cases you cannot win. So
Yeah.
most of the time debate never ends on conclusion, right? You will have to stop it between somewhere. Like you cannot conclude something out of debate. Debate is the most worst thing that that
Yeah.
we do in our life with somebody, right?
Correct.
So I don't see that, if you are debating with somebody and you're going anywhere, you cannot go anywhere. You will be just at the same place where you were before.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah. So, talking about conversations now. So, like, when was the last time that you can recall when you had like a very fruitful, good, constructive conversation with any of your friends or anyone on a topic which is of your interest or their interest?
Now, right now we are conversating, and I think it is also fruitful conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is also useful topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do not remember and but always I try to keep my conversation fruitful. I speak
Yeah.
few words and it should be fruitful, just
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
not someone like like I have some conversation, bad conversation, some fruitful conversations. Like I
Mm.
always try to make conversation fruitful, and I
Mm.
all only make conversation with those who can understand me, right?
Yeah.
That's
True.
what.
So, have you ever been misunderstood?
Of course, like so everybody has
Hmm.
not same mind. I
Hmm.
already told you people are living in this world with some prejudices from beliefs, formed beliefs. So yes, if you are speaking something that cannot understood by them, then definitely you will be in wrong side and you will be misunderstood.
True.
So it always happens. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter wherever you are.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, then how do you deal with it? Just forget it.
I never try to deal with it. yes, I'm just okay with it, so I have to not deal, right? Because I spoke the word,
Yeah,
whatever
that
I
is
felt
true.
good, Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
if I have spoke something wrong,
Yeah.
then definitely I apologize and I try to improve it in future, but
Mm.
definitely I'm okay with it. Yes, it is the part of my life. Like, I can make mistake as a human being.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
what I do. Yes.
So, do you usually engage in arguments? Like something, let's say, for example, we all have our own set of beliefs. Like something. Maybe, let me give you, like, you cannot debate preferences. Maybe, like, suppose if you say you like vanilla ice cream and I say I like chocolate. Now, we cannot debate on that because it's our personal choice. But something which is like, say, for example, this entire question about science versus humanities and which one is like better or which one is more useful, and you come from a science background, and I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation, you might not think like that, but you really, and somebody comes up to you and says that, oh, science is like too outdated or stupid or something like that, and too objective, not the subjective opinions don't matter and stuff like that. So how would you engage in an argument with such a person? Do you like to engage in arguments because you think at the end of the day both arguments and conversations have like a good outcome, you learn something out of it, or would you always like avoid arguments?
No, see, when argument is personal, then I do not argue. But
Yeah,
if it's something like you are talking about science versus humanity, then
yeah,
definitely, I
yeah.
try to talk with people because I
Hmm.
know either I will learn something out of
Yeah,
it or somebody will learn something out of it, or either even it is not,
both people
meant,
will learn. Yeah.
yeah, both people will learn. So yes, this kind of, yeah, definitely I debate in this kind of debate, but
Hmm.
in general, like you talked about the ice cream example, I never do
Exactly.
it
Yeah,
in
true.
my own preferences. I do not debate with somebody. Yeah, just
Yeah.
it's me and I'm okay with it, so you have to note, and you are you and you are okay with it, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, can you recall a moment when you saw a person really like argue with somebody else or with you for some really stupid reason?
Of course, I have seen so many time on traffic jam,
Yeah.
like people with argue for different reasons, everybody in the same side, but like uh, sometime what happens. I live in city where a jam is very, like, heavy traffic is
Yeah.
usual every day, it
Yeah.
happens,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
so because it is very overpopulated city, and recently it is getting more overpopulated because of
Got
some
it.
reasons. Yes.
Uh,
So I used to see lots of argument on road, for just for like, uh, तुम्हारी गाड़ी क्यों सट गई मेरे गाड़ी में, like,
yeah.
such
Yeah.
kind of argument. So
Yeah.
these are, ये left है, ये right है, that things happens usually. So
Yeah.
I see lots of
Hmm.
argument which is very,
Yeah.
like, it should not happen.
Yeah, it's pointless. Got it. Yeah. Okay, so we are running out of time. I have another class, otherwise I would have talked to you for some more minutes. But like, it was really lovely talking to you. I mean, it's our first session, I think. So yeah, I mean, hope to see you again. Have a good
Yeah,
night.
same
Bye.
here. Bye, good night.
Take care.